You cut sugar. You skip desserts. You've sworn off soda. You read labels like it's your second job. And yet, that stubborn visceral belly fat won't move. So you do what disciplined people do. You eat less. You train harder. You add more cardio. You push harder. And you still wake up with the same hard, tight ring around your waist. Like your body is holding on for dear life. Here's the truth most people don't want to hear. For a lot of you, the problem isn't sugar. It's the healthy thing you drink every day, thinking it's helping, while it quietly keeps your fat vault locked shut. So what is it? And in a minute, I'll give you a simple 7-day test that usually drops cravings and finally loosens that locked feeling around your waist. One of the biggest reasons visceral fat stays stuck is liquid calories. Specifically, smoothies, juices, sweetened protein drinks, fancy coffee drinks, and health shakes you sip like water. Not because they're evil. To be clear, not everyone needs to avoid liquid calories forever. But if your waist is not responding, this is the first lever worth pulling. Because they hit your biology in the worst possible way for visceral fat loss. And if you're thinking, but mine has fruit, greens, and protein. Yeah, that's exactly why you're stuck. Let's break it down. Why liquid calories are different, and why your body doesn't care about your intentions. When you chew real food, your body gets a chain of safety signals. Chewing and jaw movement, saliva and digestive enzymes, stomach stretch, slower emptying, stronger satiety hormones, and a more gradual blood sugar curve. Liquids skip a big chunk of that system. So you can drink 400 to 800 calories in 60 seconds and still feel hungry an hour later. That's not you being weak. That's biology responding exactly as designed. Liquids empty from the stomach faster. They absorb faster. And when the carbs are blended, sprout, oats, honey, juice, the glucose rise is sharper. And once blood sugar rises sharply, insulin responds sharply. Remember this line, because for many people it explains why they stay stuck. Insulin acts like a one-way valve for fat storage when it stays elevated. When insulin is elevated, energy can enter fat cells easily, but it leaves slowly. So, if you want to burn visceral fat stored around your organs, you need long stretches where insulin stays relatively low. That is hard to do when you're sipping calories all morning without realizing what it's doing. But I don't add sugar. Cool. Your body doesn't care what you call it. Let's look at the classic healthy smoothie that people drink thinking they're making a smart choice. 2 bananas, berries, a spoon of honey for taste, oats for energy, milk or juice as the base, and a scoop of flavored protein. That is not a snack. That is a liquid glucose surge disguised as wellness. And because it's blended, the fiber structure is partially broken down. It becomes easier to digest quickly. So what happens next? Blood sugar rises fast. Insulin spikes to control it. Fat release slows down. Blood sugar drops later. Your brain reads that drop as a threat. Hunger and cravings increase. Stress hormones rise to stabilize you. You reach for more food, more caffeine, more snacks. And the cycle repeats. People often blame themselves for this. But this pattern is common in nutrition practice and research. Liquid calories tend to produce weaker satiety signals than solid meals. You're not failing. You're just running a setup that makes fat loss harder than it needs to be. Why this targets visceral fat specifically? Visceral fat isn't just storage. It's metabolically active and stress sensitive. When your day is built on spikes and crashes, you often get more cravings, more snacking, more late-day overeating, more fatigue, worse sleep, and higher perceived stress. And visceral fat responds aggressively to this environment. Even if your total calories look reasonable, your timing and hormonal pattern can be terrible. Your body doesn't respond to your calorie spreadsheet. It responds to your signals. When your system feels unstable, your body behaves like you're in danger. And in danger, the body doesn't like releasing stored energy. It holds on. That's why you see the same pattern. I eat clean. I train hard. But my waist won't change. Because clean doesn't matter. If your signals are unstable. The protein shake trap. This one tricks disciplined people. Now let's talk protein drinks, because this is where a lot of smart people get stuck. A lot of you drink protein shakes to stay on track. But many popular protein drinks are artificially sweetened, intensely flavored, low fiber, and easy to overconsume. So even if the calories are not massive, you still create a pattern. Sweet taste, rapid absorption, appetite returns. Some of you also pair the shake with carbs. Banana, granola, toast, healthy cereal, rice cakes, or a pastry you downplay because you trained. Now you've built a liquid dessert, and your appetite knows it, even if your mind calls it fitness. And the worst time to do it is the morning, because morning insulin patterns often set the appetite tone for the entire day. Start the day with a spike, and you spend the next hours trying to manage hunger instead of living your life. But smoothies are healthy. I'm not saying smoothies are illegal. I'm saying, if visceral fat is your target, smoothies are often a major reason you stay stuck. Because your day starts like this: unstable energy, repeated insulin spikes, repeated hunger alarms, stress compensation, and poor recovery. Your body doesn't burn fat efficiently in chaos. It stores. So what do you do instead? Here are 3 rules that work, because they respect physiology instead of fighting it. This video is for education, not medical advice, and if you have diabetes, take glucose-lowering medication, or have a medical condition, talk to your clinician before making fasting or diet changes. Rule 1. Chew your calories. If you want fruit, eat it whole. Whole fruit slows absorption, increases fullness, reduces the glucose spike compared to liquid form. Drinking fruit is one of the fastest ways to turn healthy into hungry. Rule 2. If you must drink calories, anchor it. Don't drink a shake as a standalone meal, and then feel confused when you're starving. If you have a shake, have it with a meal. Keep it unsweetened. Add fiber if you can, chia, psyllium, and do not sip it for hours. A drink should not become a constant insulin drip. Rule 3. Make your first meal insulin friendly. Start your day with protein, fiber, minimal fast carbs. Examples: eggs and vegetables, plain Greek yogurt plus berries plus nuts, chicken or tuna salad, tofu más vegetables, cottage cheese plus cucumber plus olive oil. You don't need perfection. You need stability, because stability reduces cravings. And reduced cravings reduces overeating. And reduced overeating gives your body space to finally release fat. If you want a clean answer, don't debate it. Test it. For 7 days, do this. No liquid calories before noon. Only water, black coffee, or plain tea. First meal: protein plus fiber, low fast carbs. Pick one of the examples above. Keep movement mostly steady state. Brisk walking, light cycling. Zone do. Enough to burn fuel, not enough to spike stress. Then watch what changes. Cravings drop. Afternoon hunger calms down. Energy stabilizes. Sleep improves. And your waistline starts responding again. This is the moment people get surprised, because they realize the healthy smoothie wasn't helping. It was keeping them stuck. Because visceral fat loss is not just a calorie problem. It's a signaling problem. Your body doesn't respond to motivation. It responds to patterns. And one of the easiest patterns to destroy fat loss without realizing it is rapid, repeated insulin spikes from liquid calories. If you want your body to stop holding on to fat, stop feeding it chaos. Do this. Chew your calories. Eat whole fruit instead of drinking it. Protein plus fiber at your first meal. Keep liquid calories rare and anchored. Avoid this. Smoothies as breakfast. Detox juices. Sweet protein drinks sip for hours. Coffee drinks that are basically desserts. If you only remember one thing, visceral fat stays stuck when insulin stays high, and your energy signals stay unstable. Liquid calories are one of the fastest ways to create that instability. If you want the exact 5-step safety signal protocol from the previous video, the one that breaks the stress insulin loop, comment protocol and I'll send you the checklist. And for the next video, I'll show you the fastest breakfast framework to keep the insulin valve open without starving yourself. So if you want that, comment breakfast. Also, if you're new here, subscribe, because this channel doesn't do fake motivation. We do mechanisms, signals, and real results. Now tell me in one line, what do you drink in the morning? Smoothie? Protein shake? Coffee drink or juice? Comment it below.